Hello everybody. Well, today we are with Dr. Newall. Many people knows him, many people know the results like me because he is one of the plastic surgeon, most famous plastic surgeon here in Houston, and we have him today talking about the Mommy Makeover. Because Mommy Makeover is very important for us, that once I become mommies, that's the most beautiful thing to have kids. But what happened after we deliver these precious babies? Doctor.
Well, yes, Andrea. First of all, having babies is wonderful, and we all know that, and it's beautiful. But it does make changes to the woman's body that really can be really dealt with properly without a little help from your local surgeon.
Yeah, exactly.
There are areas in the body that lose elasticity, like in the abdomen. You accumulate a little fat in the sides. You lose volume in your breast, and those are all the things that are changed and improved with a Mommy Makeover.
Definitely, and that happened when I'm one of your patients, doctor. But when you become a mommy, like me, for example, that's one of the most thing that I wanted in my life, to become a mommy. But me having twins, I gained 80 pounds, and 80 pounds is a lot. A normal woman, when they have one kid, they gain normally 40 pounds, but I gained 80. And the video that we're looking at right now is when I'm walking to the surgery room, and I am like a balloon. I always describe myself that I look like a balloon, and I never thought that I was gonna be normal again. Yeah. And that happened to many of your patients.
Yes, I do, and it's sad to see them so disturbed because they were beautiful before, and although they had their babies, they loved their babies, they lost their curves, their form, and they've tried everything and nothing works. So by doing this, I think their self-esteem comes back, and they look and act totally different.
Definitely, and that happened to me, and especially, doctor, that I'm a news anchor. I've been in television 16 years, and the pressure to look good again, to go back on shape, it was really difficult for me. You know, I try exercise every day. I try girdles. I try all kind of diets, you name it, for 1 year or more than that. Yeah. And yes, I lost the weight, but what happened with this skin? Yeah. And what happened with my breast after I breastfeeding my kids? That was something very important for me and for many mommies that they're watching us. It's very important to breastfeeding their kids because that make them strong. But you know, after 3-4 years trying everything, I realized that I need help. And who's better than you?
Yeah.
Nobody. For me, it was like, okay, I need to go to Dr. Newall.
Yeah, I see that all the time. When the ladies come to see me, the mothers come to see me, it's because they tried everything on their own. They tried like you said, the exercising, the diet, and nothing really works as well. And so they come to see me already with a decision made that they want a little help, and that's where I can offer.
So let's talk about what you can do in the Mommy Makeover, and what is the most, because you do many surgeries. Yes. Or many things in their body, but for Mommy Makeover is something special in certain areas.
Yes, typically with pregnancies you lose muscle tone in your abdomen, so it bulges a little bit more. There's excess skin that hangs, stretch marks that may not go away. You lose your curves from accumulation of fatty areas, and of course for the breast it's a deflated aspect. They lose volume and they sag somewhat. So that's your typical Mommy Makeover. You deal with the loose abdomen by doing a tummy tuck, what they call abdominoplasty. You get rid of the skin, you tighten the muscles, and you combine that with a little liposuction of the sides, maybe of the back, maybe of the thighs. All depends how the patient shows, and then for the breast, either you put an implant to augment the volume or do a lift to bring the structure to the right place.
What is the results, not only in the body, doctor, because you know the self-esteem change a lot. Yeah. After you have your kids, You start, the intimacy with your partner change, the way that you look, your clothes never fit again. It's very difficult. So besides the physical change, the mind, that's very important.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, as you say, that your self-esteem goes up. A lot of my patients that I see at first are depressed. They lose the fun aspect of being with their partner. All of this changes the perspectives of how they present themselves with their husbands or partners, and so it's like being born again.
Now let's talk about the time of the surgery and how many weeks you can see the results.
Yeah, of course, the first 2 weeks are tough. That's where the healing process occurs, and you're swollen. Things don't look perfect. There's a little bruising here and there, so they can be a little scary the first 2 weeks. But after that, things start changing in a rapid mode, so that up to between 2 and 3 months, you're going to look awesome. Now, to do your daily chores and drive, probably about 7 to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. But after that, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, ladies, and I can really tell you that after 2 weeks, you start feeling better and everything. But as the doctor said, like 3 months, really you start, fitting all the clothes that you wish one day to go, and you go shopping. Because before I was afraid to buy things, even though that you start seeing the results like pretty much right away. Yeah. But really 3 months is when you start losing all the swallow and everything, and you can buy these clothes that you always wish, that you always go to the mall and I wish that I fit on that. So that's very important, doctor. Another thing, many women, they were like, okay, but if I have this condition, this medical condition, should I put my life in risk? Because, everybody don't not only take time to come to a plastic surgeon because they're trying everything before, but because they're concerned, because it's a surgery anyway.
Yes. Well, yes. Surgeries come with a risk, and of course we try to minimize any risk, and so that the results are adequate and proper. Now, of course, if a patient is obese, that's one reason why we probably will offer another way of losing weight and then having the surgery. If they have cardiac problems, diabetes, we need to have all those things under control and have a clearance before we do an elective surgery of this kind.
That's very important to know. And also, after the surgery, yes, we look ourselves in the mirror, we look so beautiful, everything changed, but what happened after that is under our control, right?
Right. You have to really, like anything in life, you have to control yourself, no excesses, and diet, exercise within reason, and you'll look great.
Definitely. Now, many women over there say, okay, but how much is it gonna be everything for me to look good? In my case, my husband gave me that as a gift. It was Mother's Day gift, because also it was his gift, because this is for the guys. I mean, and I think you have many patients come with a husband, and this is for them, really.
Of course. It's not just for the person, but for the partner. And I hear that all the time. At first, that the husbands say, no, I like you. I love you the way you are. You don't need anything.
No,
but then, after they see what I've done,
they lie.
They say, it's the best investment I've ever made.
Correct, definitely.
Yes, well, in terms of cost, I think it varies. And it all depends on what the patient's going to have. It can run anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000, depending on what they're going to do, what condition they are, what areas they want to change. But I think it's at the end of the day, it's the best investment.
The best investment, let me tell you something. I was telling you, doctor, that when you buy a car, as soon as it walk out from the dealer, forget it.
Yeah.
It goes down the price. But when you walk out after the surgery, I mean, it's the best investment because it's for the rest of your life if you really know how to manage that.
That's right.
So mommies, definitely Mommy Makeover is the best thing to do, because become a mommy is the best thing that can happen in your life. But keep being a woman the rest of your life and combine that of being a mommy, that's priceless. So, doctor, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrea.